how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from beautiful Ocean Ridge, Florida, over here on the beach on A1A, traveling south towards Delray Beach. As we drive down A1A on this gorgeous, amazing morning at 9 o'clock almost, about 9 minutes till 9, 64 gorgeous degrees, but it feels perfect out there because there's lots of sun. See all the cyclists going down A1A, people out walking and jogging and fishing and all the stuff. I made a video earlier showing the inlet, and we walked out there and everything. But this morning's video, I'd like to talk to you guys about negativity and positivity. You know, like a battery, you've got a negative cable and you got a positive cable. And in the case of a battery and electrical, I don't know much about electricity, but I do know that it seems like you have to have both. You got to be grounded, and you got to have positive. But when it comes to the way we think, folks, if you think about negativity, it doesn't take much time before that fills up the space in your mind and in your life with everything that you're thinking about. And because negativity is so much easier and so much more prevalent, it's not really even easier, but seems like the way that the world likes to go, maybe half. I don't know if it's like the most, but it's a bad way to go. And you fill your mind and there's no room left. You got 80%, 90% negative thoughts. What you're reading, what you're listening to, what you're thinking about, and you just don't have much room left in your mind to do it. So what I've learned is when you take a negative thought in, and you can't, ignore, negative thoughts are going to come, but rather than just say, I'm not going to think about it, you need to replace it. You need to delete it and repeat it with a positive. Replace it. This is a guy with the blue shirt there. He walks everywhere. But you need to replace your negative thoughts. You need to say, I'm not going to think about that. And what I'm going to think about is the opposite of that. So whatever you're thinking of, oh, I'll never amount to anything, or I'm not going to get that promotion, or I'll never meet anybody, or I'll never beat this sickness, or I'll never, lose this weight, or I'll never get that promotion, or I'll never travel, or I'll never get out of debt, or all of these things, you can say, stop, and stop thinking that and replace it with just the opposite. And replace it with the opposite of what you're thinking. It comes to health. Oh, I'll never beat this sickness. All my, what does it say in the Bible about you're healed by his stripes? You can be healed if you think positive and if you pray to God about it. You can get the promotion. You can get all of these things. You can meet the right person. You can pray your child to turn from their ways. All these things can happen. But when we think on negative all the time, we actually bring to our realities what we think about. So if you change your thinking, your stinking thinking, to positive thoughts, that will become your new reality. And it's true. I've been doing it all my life, but I've been doing it a lot more lately. And I'm here to testify that it works because I practice it. I am a teacher of it. I've read a lot of books about it. I'm, not one that's read a lot of novels and read a lot of different kinds of books like so many people have. But what I have read and studied in my life has all been about self-improvement and positive thinking and the Bible. And I love the Bible because I have a lot of faith in it, as you should. And the Bible is kind of a motivational book. It's the instruction book of life. And rather than just listening to someone tell you, think positive, just think positive. If you read the Bible and it talks about the promises of what will happen if you live right, act right, and think right, and you believe in the Bible, well, then you got more confidence to keep your faith and to keep those positive thoughts real. Where if you don't believe in the Bible, you just, want to do affirmations and learn these things that I've read and been to classes about positive thinking and, successful ways of achieving goals in life and all that. But when you use the Bible and you have a lot more faith, you can move mountains, because when you think, you don't have to just do it on your own. You don't just have to, reaffirm and repeat affirmations. You can say to yourself, but God said that He's with me. But God said that He will help me to achieve all these things, that I can do all things through Him. And when you start getting these negative thoughts and people telling you different things and trying to bring you down and gossip about you, or you just, are low self-esteem, your spouse has abused you and said some things, and you're just negative about certain things, shake that off. Shake it off and replace it with positive thoughts. Don't just tell yourself through affirmations, oh, I'm not going to think about that. I'm not going to think about that. No, replace it with something else. It's just as easy to do that as it is to dwell on negativity. So why not just, change your thinking? It's just a matter of someone teaching you how to use a nail gun or anything. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. If you learn that your thinking is wrong and you are convinced that positive thinking is better and works and keeps you happier and your mood and your attitude is different, then you're never going to, use a nail gun the wrong way and shoot yourself in the foot. You're always going to do it the correct way. So when you learn about life and how to live positive and to not listen to the negative and how to eschew so many things that are bad for you, it's just like when you learn about foods. People, well, I'm going to get off the cake. I'm going to get off the alcohol. I'm going to get off the cigarettes. They are absolutely killing me. And there's no good in it, not to mention the cost of it. And once it finally hits your brain and you get it, you never do it again. It's the same way thinking. Thinking is no different than anything else you can learn. But so many people don't know about self-improvement. They don't read about it. They don't study the Bible. They don't give it a second thought. They don't believe in it. They are weak. But once you start doing it and you see a change in your life, you catch yourself so fast. And then especially when you start seeing the negativity, it appears. Like when you are into the negativity, you don't notice it. You are part of it. You are negative. But once you change and you see and recognize it, just like when a guy shows you how he pulls a rabbit out of the hat or how they do a card trick, you start seeing where the trick is. You cannot be fooled. So when you start seeing and feeling your mind thinking negative or entertaining what other people say that has some effect on you, that can control you or that can depress you or worry you, you like right away, no, I'm not going to be fooled by that. I only give strength to that if I want to think about it or believe in it. Well, all you got to do is think about the positive and believe in that. And you have just as much confidence and power in thinking the other way as you do by giving in to worry. Worrying is no fun. Believing lies that people say is no fun. And people have been duped. They're duped every day in lies and deception on the media. I mean, that's nothing but lies. And people sit and repeat it and go tell their friends about it. Did you hear about so-and-so? Did you hear about this politician? Did you hear about that? Folks, all that is noise and garbage. And the people that promote it and talk about it, they're only wanting you to listen to them because that's how they make money. The media wants you to watch their channel so that you will see commercials and they get paid, and they don't care what they say. They don't care if it divides and tears the country down. And those that watch it are just helping them. If you're sitting there believing it, and you can't play with pigs in a pigsty without getting dirty. You're going to get it on you. You hang out in a crap house long enough, you're going to come out stinking. You have to tell yourself, no more thinking like this. No more listening to that. No more watching those videos. No more watching that media. I'm done with that. Not going to get me. I choose to be happy. I choose to live my own life. They have no control over me. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just miserable. And they're just wanting everybody else to be miserable. And they just figure, let's just spread some rumors and lies. And meanwhile, they could be using all of that energy to change the world from the things that do need to be changed, rather than criticizing people that are doing good things and create problems where none exist. That is a person that is really going down the wrong road. That is a messed up person. But yet it doesn't work because they don't have any real power. They don't have, all they are is noise. And only if someone entertains them or thinks about them or believes in their baloney do they have any effect. And while they may convince a few of the like-minded people, the ones that choose to think differently, the ones that choose to stay positive, the ones that are like, get away from me. You mean nothing. You are producing nothing in this life. Why in the world would I ever give you a second thought? And so that's how you live, folks. That's how you need to think. And all these people that try to, convince you of something else. So don't worry about what somebody else is doing because you have no control of that. The only control you have is you're not responsible for other people's actions. You're only responsible for your own reactions. And the way I react is simply crushing it.